Good morning, grade 9 students. How are you? I hope all you guys are doing okay. Stay happy and also healthy. Today we are going to study about finding the gradient of the graph. We are going to use two methods. The first one is by drawing the tangent line, and then the second one is by using the differentiation. I hope you will enjoy this lesson. Now let us find the gradient using the tangent line. Here I already have the graph. This is the graph for the y is equal to x to the power of 3 minus 2x squared plus 1. And then now we are going to estimate the gradient at the point 2, 1. What does it mean by 2, 1? It means that the x value have to be equals to 2 and the y value have to be equals to 1. So here I already have, this is the x axis in here. This is the x is equal to 2 and this is the y axis. The y is equal to 1. So later the point 2, 1 will be over here. Let's say this point is the point A. And then what we'll have to do next? Next we have to find the gradient by drawing the tangent line. Here is the tangent line that goes through the point A. Remember that the tangent line is only a line that touching the graph. It will not cut the graph at all. That's why this is already draw the tangent line. When you're done with the tangent line, you have to draw a triangle in here. The triangle, it will be up to you. You don't have to make it this big. You can make it a smaller. It's okay. Why do we have to draw the triangle here? To make us get easier to find the difference of the x value and then the change in the y value. So here I got the change in the y value from 3 into negative 1 it's 4, and then from 1.5 into 2.5 the difference is 1. So how to find the gradient? The gradient will be 4 divided by 1. 4 is the difference for the y value and then 1 is for the difference in the x value. What will happen if you make the triangle smaller? It's okay, we will have the same answer also. For example, I make the triangle over here like this small here. Okay, now let us count from this is 2 until 2.5 it's 0.5, and then from 1 until 3 the difference is 2. So the gradient later will be 2 divided by 0.5. The answer will be still 4. So there is no difference if you use the small triangle or big triangle. They will have the same gradient. But you have to make sure that your tangent line is correct. So the tangent line have to be touching the graph only, cannot be cutting the graph. Now let's continue to another graph. Now I have the graph of y is equal to x to the power of 3 plus x squared minus 6. And then we have to estimate the gradient on the point B, point C and point D. Here is the graph. This is the point B, this is the point C and this is the point D. What we have to do? Yes, we have to draw the tangent line first. So this is the tangent line. I already draw it in here. What we have to do now? Now we have to find the change in the x value. So the x value change from negative 4 until 0. So the change is 4. And then what about the y value? It changed from 4 into 12. So it changed by 8. So we already got the difference in the y value as 8 and then the difference in the x value is 4. And now the gradient will be 8 divided by 4. 8 is the difference of the y value. 4 is the difference of the x value. So the gradient will be 2. Now let's continue to the point C. Here I already have the point C and also its tangent line. When we are done with the tangent line, what do we have to do? We have to find the difference in the y value and also the difference in the x value. Here from 12 into negative 6, the line is going down, right? When the line is going down, the difference we stated as negative 18. And then from this one, this is the line is going to the right. So that's why it will be positive 3, or I just write it as 3. So later, the change in the y value will be negative 18. And then the change in the x value will be 3. That's why the gradient will be negative 18 divided by 3. So the gradient will be 18. Now let us go to the point D. Here the same, we have to draw the tangent line first, and then after we done with the tangent line, we have to make a simple triangle in here and then find the change in the x value and also the change in the y value. The change in the x value is from 2 until 3, the change is 1, and then for the y value it start from 0 until 10, so the change will be 10. Therefore, the gradient will be 10 divided by 1. 10 divided by 1 is 10, so the gradient will be equals to 10. Now I have another graph with 4 lines on it. I want you to check from those 4 lines which line that I can call it as a tangent line. So there are a line in a point A, point B, point C, point D. Are you can still remember what is tangent line? Tangent line is a line that only touching. This is touching, this is cutting, cutting, cutting. So which one? Of course, the tangent line at point A. Okay, let us continue to another method to find the gradient. In this method, you have to find the gradient function. What is a gradient function? Gradient function is a function that you get by differentiating the equation of the curve. Later, the result of your differentiation, we call it as a derivative. Why do we have to find the derivative? Because sometimes when we use the tangent line, when we draw the tangent line, we don't draw the tangent line accurately. That's why later your gradient will be in an accurate result. That's why we need to use the gradient function, because the gradient function will give the exact value of the gradient. How do we get the derivative? Here I'm going to show you the general method to find the derivative. I have the general equation of the curve also. This is y is equal to ax to the power of n, and then the dy per dx will be equals to nax to the power of n minus 1. What is the dy per dx? The dy per dx is the symbol of derivative. So we will notice that this equation is the result of any differentiation. And then how we do the differentiation, you can take a look at the equation, the original equation in here. Here, look at the power. This is have power n. And then the power have to be go down in here. And then meet with the a, make n. That's why it's become na. And then the power will be decreased by 1. This is the original power is to the power of n. Now decrease by 1, it will be n minus 1. Now let us go to the example in here to make it easier. I have the y is equal to 5x to the power of 3 plus 4x power 2. And then the dy per dx is, look at the power there. This is the power is power 3. 3 meet with the 5, we do times, so become 15. And then 3 minus 1 is 2. And then here also the same, 2 meet with 4 will make 8 in here. And then 2 minus 1, it will be 1. If power 1, we don't have to write the power. So just let it be as 8x. Now continue to the other example. Here I have the 7x squared plus 5x minus 7. This is the power is power 2. Same, 2 meet with 7 will be 14. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. If power 1, we don't have to write the power. And then this is 5x. If there is no number on the power, it means have power 1. So 1 meet with 5 will be 5 also. And also 1 minus 1 is 0. So later there will be x power 0 over here, but we don't have to write the x power 0. Why? Because x power 0 is equal to 1. That's why we don't have to write the x power 0, because the x power 0 is equal to 1. 5 times 1 will be equals to 5. So let it be as 5. Here let us continue to another one. In here I have the fx. The symbol of differentiation of fx will be f accent x. Here the power is 3. 3 meet with 6 become 18. And then 3 minus 1 will be 2. That's why become 18x power 2. And then here I have negative 2 meet with 2, become negative 4. And then 2 minus 1 will be 1. Power 1 we don't have to write it. And then this is 3x, just let it be as 3. And then here also same for fx, it will be 7 only because the fx is equal to 7. Here are some example. Another example. I have the y is equal to x to the power of 2. Still with the same rule, the power will go down. So it will be 2x to the power of 1. So if power 1, we don't have to write it, right? And then this one, 3 with 2 meet will be making 6. And then 2 minus 1 will be 1. If power 1, we don't have to write it, right? And then for x, there is no number, it's mean power 1. 1 with 4 will make 4 still. And then later the x will be gone if the x is power 0. And then remember, this is only a number without the x. So this number we can ignore for the differentiation. The number will be gone. This one also, the negative 6 will be gone. The negative 8 will be gone. So we can ignore them. Here for x to the power of 3, 4 with 3 make 12, and then the power of 3 minus 1 will be power 2, and this one negative 4 with 2 will make negative 8, and then 2 minus 1 is 1. You don't have to write it, but if you want to write it like I did in here also, it's okay. And then this is negative 2x in here become negative 2. And all of these things, we do the same thing. We have to make sure that the power will go down. We do times. After that, the power will be decreased by 1. Only like that. Now let's continue to another question. Here I already have the graph. This graph for the y is equal to 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. And now we have to find the gradient at the point 3, 22. This is the point 3, 22 already there. And I want you to find the gradient now by using the gradient function. So we have to find the dy per dx first. So let me write the dy per dx in here. Will be equals to, this is, look at the power, this is power 2. 2 meet with 3 will make 6 because we have to do times, right? And then we write the x. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. And then minus, there is no number in here, is power 1. So negative 2 with 1 will make negative 2. And then this is, I can make x. 1 minus 1 is 0. If it's power 0, remember that you can ignore it. So just, you can cancel this, and also the power 1 also you can cancel it. So later you will have the gradient function as 6x minus 2. When you already get the gradient function, you need to find the gradient. So how do we find the gradient? Here, go back to the point first. The point we already have 3, 22, right? Still remember which one is the x, which one is the y. This is the x, and the 22 is for the y. And in here is 6x minus 2. So we need to replace the x value in here into 3 to get the gradient. So it will be 6 times with 3 and then subtract with 2. Later the result will be 6 times 3 is 18. 18 minus 2 is 16. So the gradient will be 16 over here. So at the point 3, 22, the gradient is 6. Now let's continue to another question in here. I already have the y is equal to 3x squared minus 5x plus 1. This is the curve. And I already have the gradient right here now. Before we have to find the gradient, but now the gradient is given. What do we have to do? Still, we have to do the same. We have to find the gradient function first. So the dy per dx is equal to how many? This is 2 with 3 will make 6. Still the same, 6x. Power 1, we don't have to write it, right? And this is negative 5x will be negative 5 only for the differentiation. So we already have the gradient function. This is still the same, right? The gradient function is 6x minus 5. And we already have the gradient in here. So it means 6x minus 5 is equal to 7. We need to find the x value first. So we do like algebra normally. This negative 5 will move over here, become plus 5. So 7 plus with 5 will be 12. Later 12 divided by 6 will be 2. So we already get the coordinate x is equal to 2. We can look at the graph in here. This is the x is equal to 2. And then we need to find the y value. Do we know how much is this? It's about 3 or 4, right? But we cannot estimate. We have to find the exact answer. How do we get it? We have to go back to the original equation. So we already have the x is equal to 2, right? So we have to bring the x equals to 2 into the y equals to 3x squared minus 5x plus 1. We replace the x into 2 over there. That's why it will be 3 times 2 squared minus 5 times 2 plus 1. So later the answer will be equals to 3. That's why the answer is 2, 3 because the x is 2 and the y is 3. So the coordinate will be 2.3 or 2, 3. Well, that's all for today's class. I hope you enjoyed this video and you can learn more about the gradient. And also, I already prepared some quiz below this post. I already prepared a link. You can click the link and please write down your name properly and do the quiz so I can check it. Good morning. Have a nice day.